Hi guys, so apparently you're supposed to start these videos a certain type of way, but I've never really been one to follow the rules, so I'm just gonna get into it. But before I do, I will say this, however, if at any point of this video you find yourself enjoying the content that you're consuming, please show your support by liking, following, or sharing this video to someone who you feel would have the same enjoyment that you're enjoying right now. You're enjoying, I guess. And obviously, if at the end of the day you have opinions or thoughts regarding some of the things we covered today, don't hesitate to leave your comments down in the comment section, and I guess I'll see you there. Let's go. So first of all, I want to say that when I decided to come back from my break, my social media break or whatever, I felt like it wouldn't make a lot of sense if I just dive straight into talking about some of the controversial things I'm going to be addressing right during the course of my videos. It wouldn't just make sense to dive into that without giving you guys some sort of background as to where I'm coming from, why I have these opinions, and what informs these opinions and all of that. And yeah, I did not want to go as I write another book. I'm sorry, I didn't want to write another book. And that brings me to Dear Reader. If you haven't, been able to get a copy of Dear Reader, the series, it's available now on download for free at Seller for 0 Nigerian Naira. You can download it for free on Seller. I will leave the link in the comment section, or you could just comment book. Remember, leave a comment in the comment section, book, and I will ship it straight to your DM. Now that I have marketed enough, okay, let's get into the video. So, like I said earlier, the point of this video, the general idea of today's video, is to introduce myself so you get to know me, get to know what I'm about, and get familiar with the type of content you're going to be seeing on my page from now on. So this is an introductory video, and I thought the best way to get this done is by sharing unpopular opinions that I have about some certain controversial topics so at least we get the conversation started, and that's generally the point. So I'm going to go ahead now and dive into unpopular opinion number 1. I may not have to come back and tell you this number 1, this number 2. I just hope you follow the video, and if at any time you see me looking down or whatever, it's my notebook. I'm a notebook buff. You see how some people binge out on football and all of that. Notebooks are my thing. So yeah, you see me with this a lot. So don't be phased or don't get distracted or whatever. And hopefully at the end of the day, like I said, the conversation is started, and this is the beginning of a very wonderful journey together. So let's go. It's not hate, it's self-depreciating humor. Now, if you're like me, who had to grow up, trying to overcome a lot of self-esteem issues built around a lot of socio-cultural, phenomena that I was exposed to, if you had to deal with self-esteem issues, maybe not feeling confident in your talent, or feeling not confident in your body, you had body image issues, you had like talent issues, you were not sure if you were smart or not, you're questioning your own intelligence, and basically self-esteem issues like that. If you had to grow up with that, you will learn that you need coping mechanisms. It's not as simple as people saying love your body, yes, but then when you face a situation that throws that insecurity in your face, it's really hard to hold on to that principle of love yourself no matter what. It's really hard. So I learned along the way how to cope with feelings like that, feeling less than, and a good way for me was humor. It was comedy. I'm not saying I'm a funny person or I know how to crack jokes like Goofy, no, but I know how to look at myself and take the parts of me that people would otherwise say, oh, we're going to make fun of this person because of this, or this person is less than because of this. I take those parts, and in trying to use comedy and making fun of them, I get you comfortable with the idea that I don't have to look like you to be termed beautiful. I don't have to look like your grandmother. I don't have to look like your younger sister. I don't have to look like your idols or your celebrities or the people that market your cosmetics. I don't have to look thin and white in order to be compared to beautiful, or I don't have to go to the doctor to get myself enhancements and all of that in order to be termed beautiful. That what I say is beauty for me is what you should define me with. So that's what self-depreciating humor is basically all about. It's taking the parts of yourself that you feel less than, you take the power to make you feel bad about those things from people and from yourself, and you make it a positive. You turn it around and you make it something that, oh, look at that, look at that, we're laughing about it, so it doesn't hurt so much, right? And a perfect example of this is, okay, this story is one of those tell and don't show, because me, I'm not about to show, right? If you get to know me personally, if you meet me, the very first thing that you're probably going to notice, if you notice, is that I am flat bummed. I don't have, see, when people make the joke, sit your ass down, I'll be like, ha, joke's on you, I don't have one. I'm sorry, that's me, right? So I had to like deal with that in a society that has told me that's not the standard. So that's a perfect example of what I mean by self-depreciating humor. It's me being able to, laugh about it, accept the fact that my flaws are not flaws, they're the things that make me unique, and be comfortable in my own skin about my insecurities. Again, like I said, I keep pointing body image issues because that's something that is a lot out there, but I also mean, intellectual confidence and all of that, not having confidence in your talents or having confidence in your intellect and all of that. It's also part of self-esteem issues. So yeah, it's not self-hate. Like, laugh about that, make jokes about it, be comfortable about it, have conversations with yourself about it, and you understand, or rather you get to understand that at the end of the day, it's what you say about yourself that matters. Every other person's description of you is their opinion. It has nothing to do with reality. I think out of all the things that I'm going to say today, this point is the one I hold really dear and near to my heart, because maybe it's because I am in that stage, right? But you have to define success under your own terms. You have to figure out what success looks like, what it means for you. If not, if you leave it to them to give you a definition of what success is supposed to look like, you will lose. Like the way you will lose, you will not even recognize yourself at the end of the day. And I keep telling people that for me, success is simple. I want on my deathbed, right, to look back at my life, not at the fact that I was successful in everything, or at the fact that life was good and rosy all through. No, but because I had adversities, I conquered those adversities. I learned to love and laugh and build a community of people around me that, that felt my presence on earth. It's looking back at all those experiences and going, God, I was a legend. God, I was a legend, right? It's looking back at that and having no regrets whatsoever. That's what success looks like to me. And I have come to learn from having conversations with people and deep talks with myself that getting to that point from here is a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work, and you need to stay focused. You need to understand what it is that you're even walking towards, right? And then find the right people that will help you get there, and be open to accepting help, open to developing yourself, open to learning, relearning, unlearning. It's a whole process. But the basic thing is, don't let the world tell you what successful means. I know I grew up hearing from people all around me saying for women, if at the end of the day you don't get married, nothing you do will make you successful. It's talk like that will have you feeling like, whatever. But please, at the end of the day, you have to just define, this is what I want, this is what happiness is to me, and work towards that. Life is meant to be painful. If it's not painful, it's no longer life, that's just heaven. The general idea of life is you're giving challenges, you're giving things that will hurt you and try to put you down, but in equal measure, you're also giving things that will uplift you and make you feel loved. Things like community, things that will let you know that no matter what you're going through, you're not alone. So I think the most important thing when going through life, or rather, I'm young, I'm 27, what do I know? A lot of you will be like, what does she know about adversity? I know, right? I am young, but one thing I have come to learn, or rather the one lesson I've come to live by, or whatever I've come to live by, is that no matter what I'm going through, I will always draw strength. I will always draw resolve or resilience or whatever from my community, from the people I love and the people that love me. That would always be something to fall back on. So I know no matter how hard or how much trouble I get it, right? My community will always be there to help me out, because after all, it does take a village, right? It does take a village. So when you're faced with challenges, I would prefer if we all learn how to not focus on the problem but find a solution and draw strength from the people who love us and the people who we love. And obviously in purpose as well, the things that you're working towards, what the meaning that you've given your life, working towards that. And you can also draw strength from that knowledge that all of this is going to mean something at the end of the day. So yeah, that's my thoughts on pain and adversity basically. If you're still here, please remember to like, follow, share your thoughts in the comment section, and obviously save this video or share it to someone who you think would really enjoy the content, and that would go a long way in making me know that I am doing well. And to have a better understanding of what I mean by religion is not faith, and faith is not religion. I'm a Christian, so I try not to. I live my life by the ethos of the Bible. I live my life by the principles the Bible has laid out. I live my life by what the Bible itself strictly says about my problem, not how somebody else interprets what it says. So you have to learn how to filter what you let inform your faith. So when it comes to religion, the way I see it and the way I've understood it, is basically just an evidence of your faith. It's the things that you do to show that you have faith. So going to church, pray, joining prayer meetings, night vigils, going for community, whatever. All of those things are like your way of showing the world and asserting to yourself that you believe in God or you believe in this deity. So don't confuse the two. Faith, on the other hand, has more to do with the personal things you do to establish a relationship between you and your God. So things like prayer, things like fasting, things like worship, things like praise, those more, and Bible study, those, if you're a Christian, that is, those personal and intimate things that you do, like I said, to create a relationship between you and your deity. That's what faith is about. So simply going to church does not tell God that you're a Christian. No, it just tells God that on a Sunday, you have a fine dress to wear and somewhere to go. That's all. That's all it tells God. So for me, I learn how to define the two, so I have a better understanding of what my spirituality is going to be at the end of the day, what my spirituality is at the end of the day. Because you don't want to stand and then when they're asking you a question about why you believe in the God that you believe in, all you have as far, I believe in God because of this, is when I was small, I went to Bible study, or I go to church, or I'm in the choir, let that not be the only thing you have to say about why you chose God. Because if it is, it just means that if you were not, if you do not happen to go to Sunday school, or you are not a church person as far, you're not raised in a Christian community to now identify with the church, it means you probably will be serving a different deity. So how do you know that you're a Christian? Because it's your choice to be a Christian and not because you were raised in the system, right? So you have to learn. It's not the same thing. Religion and faith, not the same thing. Define it in your own terms and let that be how you approach the divine and the spiritual. Finally, I would like to let you know that there's no problem that reading can also see. I feel like we have underplayed the importance of reading, or being curious, or thirsting for knowledge, wanting to know the things that you don't know, asking questions, and actually reasoning and using the brain that you're given. I think we have underplayed that because now the world has taken over, right? But just check it, no matter what you're going through, okay, unless you're going through something really I don't know, something really magnanimous, something really big unless you're going through something really big. But if you're my age and you're healthy and you're being supported, you're relatively happy and all of that, no matter what it is you're going through, trust me, reading is the thing that will give you the answer, because there's no situation that is unique to you. 7 billion plus people on the earth currently, plus now imagine all the people that have ever existed in the entire world. There's nothing special about your problems. I'm sorry to say this, I'm sorry to make it sound like I'm disrespecting your struggles. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm just trying to say that if we all just buckle down and read a book or two. You have a math problem, you pick up a math book to read it. You have a language problem, you learn how to speak a language, you learn English language or whatever, you learn about the language, you pick up a book and you read about it. If we have political issues, we cannot solve our electricity problem, we cannot solve our good roads, good governance. There are read, and you understand that every society that has ever come or will ever come has faced these challenges, and they have documented painstakingly how it is they were able to overcome their own challenges. And all you need to do is to apply those same principles to yourself, and obviously add faith to it, because what's life without God, right? Apply those principles that they have laid down as to, okay, this is how we're able to overcome this in our time. Apply those, and you will just find out that. See, let me give you one example of what I mean. I feel like I'm rambling too much, so let me just give you an example of what I mean. A couple of years ago, while I was still in school, when I was preparing for my thesis, right, I was faced with the problem of, what do I really want to write about? Like, what's the day do you get? And this is a project work that I studied theater arts from my undergraduate, and our projects are of two forms. Either you do a long essay or you do a practical, right? And practical usually involves you either doing a stage production, a film production, or a radio production. And I decided to go the route of a radio production because, listening to my voice, it's very loud, right? And there was a challenge because I had never ever, up until that point, I'd never been involved in any radio production, so I didn't really know how to go about it. I didn't even know what the medium allowed me to express and what it did not allow me to express, because a lot of people think theater arts is to go and sing and dance. First of all, when you're talking about radio, you're not seeing the person, so that alone has handicapped you as a writer. It has already. So basically, I had that problem, right, conveying the ideas I had here into an audio play. But somebody recommended a book for me and after reading it, I just realized, what was I stressing about? So that's basically the context that I'm trying to cover with this opinion. Reading solves a lot of things. It saves you a lot of trouble. It saves you masterclass. Pick a book. I'm sorry, pick a book. Oh my god. So that brings us to the end of today's video, and I'm already sweating because this is Nigeria. There's no lights anywhere, right? And you did not tell me that this ring light thingy is very hot. Well, not tell me that one, say hot. So that's why I'm sweating a lot, and I think I have basically covered everything that I meant to say today. So this brings us to the end of the video. Remember, if you love today's content, please show your support. I would appreciate it by following, liking, sharing, or saving this video. And if you have any comments or thoughts or opinions or whatever, leave them in the comment section and I will see you there, and hopefully we get to do this again sometime. So until then, bye.